Okay, welcome back to another Coffee with Coach. We're with Syracuse Crunch head coach Ben Groulx. We've got our Dunkin Coffee here as well. And Ben, you've got a great coaching staff here with the Crunch in Syracuse. It's a great atmosphere downstairs in the room, but
not every day.
Not every day. And you've got a long-standing relationship with a couple of these guys, for better or for worse. You used to coach against them, and I'm sure there's some great stories there.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, Lucas. People think that because we're from the same league, the three of us French, people think that we're all friends, and I brought my friends here with me, but it's not the case. Yeah. It's not the case. I coach against Eric a few years, and I coach against Gilles, I think, a year or two. Gilles was in my division long enough to do not like him.
He was winning a couple of games, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the year they won the cup. And, you really develop rivalry when you play within division, but also in the playoff. And back in 2008, we had a very good team in Gatineau, and we had Claude Giroux, Paul Byron. They were our top two players, and very strong team. And Eric was in Shawinigan. I think it was his third year as a head coach over there. Not in the same division, but we had to face each other in the first round of the playoff. They had a young team, and all year we really kicked their butt, beating them by a large margin. And a matchup like that, when playoff comes, you're always worried about, okay, they're going to be ready, and we don't want to take them lightly. So I was worried about that our players were taking them seriously, and even though it's playoff. So we end up beating them in 5 games, but a long 5 games. It was every game were very tight checking, and I think we had overtime. They were coming hard at our best players. Nothing was going our way. And I thought we were very lucky to beat them. It was probably because we ended up winning the cup that year. But it was probably our hardest battle we had through those playoffs.
Yeah.
Even though we beat them in 5, when the 5th game was over, I was like, whew. I don't want to play one more game against them. But what happened in game 5? Or I don't remember the game 5 or game 4.
Okay.
But we're playing at home, and we're up in the score, and they dumped the puck in our zone, and one of his guy skated from the red line, from the middle of the ice, and connected my goalie. So that's the same night that another rivalry, Quebec and Chicoutimi, were playing, and if you remember, the 2 goalies fighting,
right.
Patrick Roy's son was fighting.
Yep.
That's the same night. So all the publicity was on that, right? Nothing on us. The guy ran my goalie, my number 1 goalie, from the red line. Yeah. Skate to him, boom, hit the goalie. And so you can imagine how it was a brawl out there. We're pissed, we're pointing fingers, we're yelling at each other and all that. So we end up beating them. And I let him step on the ice, and I didn't shake his hand.
Uh-oh.
There was no chance that day that Éric Veilleux would follow me in Syracuse one day. I guarantee you. That day, it was not a chance. I'm going to shake your hand. You try to hurt my goalie, and blah, blah, blah. You know how it is. There's so much emotion in the playoff. It's emotion to the roof. So we beat them. I don't really remember what was said in the paper and all that. That's more your job.
Yeah, I'll dig it up.
And so then we went on, and we win the second, third, and the final. Didn't hear about him, obviously. And after the final, we're going to the Memorial Cup in Kitchener. And when I got there, I opened up my email and I got a message from Éric Veilleux.
Oh.
Got a message from Éric Veilleux, and it's too bad I didn't keep that message.
It probably said, "I hope you lose."
No, it was the best email I ever received in my life, because he was calling me out, congratulating me. Congratulations on winning this, on winning that, but this is so the message for me, like I think I have a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
And but when I read the message, like the guy you read it and you know it's very sincere. And so congratulations, but at the same time he's calling me out on it, not shaking his hand and make him look like bad out there and da 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 da. So I thought it was funny. And after that, I called him right away, and I told him, I said, "Hey, I'm laughing. It's so funny, your email." So we talk, and but that's the emotion. That's a rivalry that is built during the playoff. He always denied that it was coming from the coach.
I was going to say, he probably has a whole nother story for
to this day, I'm still blaming him. And the player who did it, I got him in the trade the following year. Tommy Tremblay.
Okay.
And he's the funniest guy ever.
Did you ask him about it?
What do you think?
Well,
I always tell Éric, I said, I got him in a trade just to ask him. I want to know. He's playing for me now.
Yeah.
And he always refused to answer. So I'm not sure we're gonna.
Something fishy's going on.
I gotta trust him, but I guess I trust him enough. He's on our staff now, so. But that day, he had no chance.
No chance. Well, it's worked out well for both of you now, but
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
like I said, I'm sure if he was sitting in that chair, he'd have a whole different story for this from that perspective. But that's a story for another day. This is Crunch head coach Ben Groulx. Thanks for joining us again. Joining us for Coffee with Coach.